Our first zinnias have opened. My life is now complete. Have you ever seen such a wonderful thing in your entire life? This never gets old. Every single time one of my flower varieties opens up for the first time in a season, it's a miracle. And from this Liliput mix that we saw together in another episode, I couldn't have chosen better colors even if I tried. This is the ZINNIA Liliput mix, and I've sown these exact seeds from the exact same package many years before, so I know all the colors of the mix by heart. And look what we've got here! A solar orangey yellow, not the deep orange which looks like bricks, a salmon pink, not the fuchsia pink, and a sweet purple. Not the deep purple that we usually get. Thank you! Gardening is about miracles, but also about pest control, which is what we're talking about today. But first, let's check how the zinnias are doing in our flower bed. Let's check them out. ZINNIA Liliput white. So this one and the ones in the pot are sisters because they're all Liliput series. ZINNIA Oklahoma salmon. ZINNIA Cinderella lilac. And of course the big flowered zinnias are yet to open. Purple prince, Benary giant salmon, Isabellina. All of these zinnias we sowed together exactly 9 weeks ago, which is 63 days or 2 months. Not too shabby. And on the same day we sowed this cosmos and the marigolds, which have yet to start blooming. And while we wait for the cosmos to bloom, let's talk about the 3 threats in the garden: predators, disease, and weeds. And I'm starting with weed control, which is the most frequent question. I, for one, instead of weeding out the place and picking up the weeds all the time, I prefer to stop them from sprouting to begin with. And the answer is mulch, mulch, mulch. Every time I'm transplanting the flower seedlings in the garden, I cover all the bare soil left between them with mulch. For flowers in pots, I use pine bark, which I'm recycling from year to year and from pot to pot. In my raised beds and in the garden beds, I apply a thick layer of old potting soil, 2 to 3 inches thick or 5 to 7 centimeters thick. And this old potting soil is sterile, so nothing grows through it. The weed seeds which land on the mulch cannot sprout because they have no nutrients, and the weeds which are in the ground, the weed roots, don't receive any light and they can't make it up through the mulch. So I've got very little weeds to pull out, but it just doesn't mean that I have no weeds at all. So for example, here in this garden bed, in here I planted lots of sunflowers and the slugs ate them all. So this has been bare ground for the last 6 weeks, but I mulched it with old potting soil and there are no weeds in here, except for this little one which I'm gonna grab right now. Speaking of sunflowers and miracles, I want to show you this little wonder. Because the sunflowers in here, there were 5 of them, have also been completely eaten by slugs. And still, 2 sunflowers came back and they made lots of little sunflowers. They were dwarf, and you saw me watering them in another episode. And this little young lady, she grew tall and proud, and she's full of baby flowers. Good for you, sunflower. And I present to you my beautiful arch enemy, Bindweed. She's super beautiful and super aggressive. She grows on everything and chokes out the life out of my flowers and my garden beds. Bindweed has a very long taproot, so in order to kill it, you have to pull it out completely. You have to pull out the roots. If you leave 1 inch of root into the ground, she will come back again. Another pest in our garden are the slugs, and this year, because it rained a lot, they were everywhere. I tried everything. I tried broken eggshells, broken nutshells, copper bands, baking soda, everything. And my slugs, they just slide happily over any obstacle. But they like yeast. So one thing to do if you don't have any pets is to put some saucers filled with beer, and they will come and they will drown in the beer. What I'm doing is that I come out in the garden every morning before my coffee and I collect a handful of slugs and I throw them across the street where there's an empty land. And what about disease? In my garden, the #1 disease is powdery mildew. And unfortunately, zinnias here are very susceptible to powdery mildew, which is simply a fungus which lives here in our garden. And my favorite treatment for powdery mildew is milk. It can be any type of milk, even diet milk, even expired milk. This one expired a long time ago, and I saved it for the zinnias. My recipe is very easy. 2 parts water, 1 part milk. We shake very well to homogenize it. We pour it into the spray bottle. And we spray all the zinnia leaves, on top of the leaves, but mostly on the underside of the leaves, because this is where the powdery mildew begins first. Milk is not a cure for the powdery mildew, but it delays it a lot, or at least this is how it looks to me. These zinnias will grow quickly and they will become taller and taller. And if you haven't supported them yet properly, click here to learn how to support your zinnias in the garden bed, in the raised bed, or in pots.